coming of age story? More like coming of gay story? Bro, what? And I'm not even trying to be offensive, but there is so much representation of it that it actually hurts, and it's so blatantly forced. Like, I'm not even kidding. Bro, I have met plenty of IRL gay people in my time, and you know what? They all kind of Chad people.
I have nothing against the gays. I love the gays!
I'm not
Pause!
gonna cap. Even they cringe at some of this nonsense. What in this universe made someone thought this was a good idea for a show? There is plenty of things you could have done better, but no, this is what you came up with, this crackhead shit. Now, I'm not gonna go out my way to straight up be like, oh, now, I'm gonna go ahead and say this, guys. I obviously have no judgment or anything against homosexuality or anything like that, because I think y'all already know I don't. But you know, people will make up whatever nonsense they want to. But so, you know, you already know the deal. Ain't nobody trying to hate on anybody out here, just pretty much reviewing this show. And as far as I'm reviewing this show, we got some things to talk about, because not gonna lie, again, I have no beef with anybody with the way they are. That's completely on you and what you decide. But I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like everything's okay with this show 100%. So I'm gonna go off on this show, roasting the hell out of it and talking as much shit as I can possibly do. But just keep in mind, this ain't real life, alright? Now, I'm not gonna get into the plot, well, little non-existent plot there is, because everything just kind of happens just because. But at the same time, there's one major thing I want to cover, and that has to be new magic. What the hell is new magic? I don't understand what new magic is, and I don't understand the point between old magic and new magic. Like, let's be completely honest. Now, in a real world sense, in a metaphorical, psychological type of sense, I think I get what new magic is supposed to mean. But at the same time, let's look at it in the world of High Spice, right? Let's look at this cartoon real quick. I'm not saying this, I'm not calling it anime no more. It doesn't even deserve, even satirically calling it an anime doesn't even deserve it. So 100%, we have old magic, which is like your ritual stuff, your book stuff, anything that has to require a little bit of work to do it, to get into point A to point B, you know, learning stuff. That's pretty much your old magic. And those types of terms, your traditional magic. But then with new magic, you don't have to worry about any of that. You don't have to worry about anything. You can just whip up new magic like it's nothing. Need to grow some hair? New magic. Need to build a house? New magic. And it has no type of supply that it runs off of. So basically, you just spam it however you like. You know, there's no consequence to it. It's like having a Keyblade and having no magical downtime with it. Basically, if you need to throw out some heals for everyone, you can throw out heals as many times as you like in back to back to back. That's pretty much how new magic works. And my thing is with that is just, does anybody in this world not see the downside to that? Because what if someone just be like, having new magic, right? What if someone gets new magic and then they end up just, you know, maybe destroying the entire world or universe because of new magic? Like, I don't understand how people haven't, you know, heard of, you know, something that could be that evil. Honestly, I don't think anybody in this universe has seen, you know, anybody that could potentially do something wrong with new magic and understand its downsides. Like, I get it, new magic is making things easier, but even then that's a problem too, because, you know, in the real world, you don't got new magic. We don't have that type of stuff. And as much and as shitty and as horrible as life can be at times, oh believe me, I get it, absolutely, at this current point in time especially, you can't just be like, oh, we're just gonna get things to be easier, you know, do things a lot easier and not do a bunch of learning and stuff. You can't do that, because that literally is limiting yourself and what you can do. New magic is quite literally the worst damn thing. It just promotes laziness and pretty much goes out of its way to promote that you don't have to try hard at anything. That's what new magic says to me when I'm watching this show. And that's kind of the whole thing in Persona 5, especially if you played the ending. So, because basically, a little bit of spoiler, but in 5, Royal and Scramble, from what I can tell, because I haven't beat Scramble yet, but from what I can tell, everybody in their own conscious and subconscious mind don't want to deal with stuff anymore. They just want to let something else take control and dictate their lives and let them just go in life without thinking about anything. And that's pretty much how High Guardian Spice is. But the Phantom Thieves at least realize that life can't go without suffering. Growth with that suffering and pain that you're going through brings up a character inside of you and the experience to keep on pushing forward. Yes, life is bad and it's not fair at all, but hey, you got the experience to know not to be an asshole person. You got that type of character that people would love to see a lot more, especially nowadays. So, you know, you can't just brush off and say life sucks and let's just do something easier. You can't, because that's just not how it works. And to be perfectly honest, as much hell as this life has been, especially now, I would rather, I still want to try to bring myself up outside. I would like to bring myself up by going through this pain and suffering, because I know what it's like. So when the day comes where I get to finally, you know, be the person I want to be, everything will be chill and cool, because I know what it's like to be suffering. And I will definitely lend a hand to as many people as I can on my journey. But that's not how real life works, and honestly, you have to save yourself from those situations. What the Phantom Thieves have been pretty much explaining this entire time when you play Persona. But for whatever reason, High Guardian Spice says, haha, that's bullshit. Let's just take this away from that. Let's just be really dumb and just not listen or think about anything. And that's how a lot of this show operates too. Because especially with how they use new magic. Even though new magic has no consequences of using, no bad resources, which I call BS on, because there needs to be some type of thing that makes new magic kind of not supportable. They even use it as far as to switching gender. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and rag on gender representation. Like, if you want to have your LGBT representation, that's fine, that's whatever. But oh my gosh, do you really need to explain and pretty much force it every episode and every single moment you get? Like, I get it, you want to have representation, that's fine, I'm not saying you can't, but oh my gosh, I don't need it to be beaten over my head like a brick. And keep in mind that every character in here is gay or bi or les. Let's be completely honest. Let's be completely honest here. Ain't no straight relationship in this show, and I don't want to hear nothing about Rosemary's mom and dad. No, I don't want to hear that. I really don't. For all we know, her dad could have been that girl at one point. And again, for all we know, and Rosemary's mom, I believe, is not even here anymore. So I'm not going to count that as a relationship. She dead. She gone. She dead. So I'm not going to worry about that. But the thing is, you can't just beat this representation over our heads 1,000,000 times. Like, I get it, but at the same time, it really gets annoying, and I'm just gonna take the rest of the show as a joke at this point, because it's like, whatever. And then every single straight guy in the show is an asshole character. Hate to break it to you, not every straight person is an asshole person. I'm being completely honest here. Like, if you really go outside and just be like, hey, I'm gay, someone's gonna be like, good for you, and not care and walk about their day. Like, bro, it's not that deep. Not every straight person is just like, oh, you need to be straight and a strong male with that stereotypical type of thing. You can be whatever you want to be. It is your life to choose after all. And, you know, it's so beaten over your head to the point it's annoying. And the fact that the one person came out just be like, I'm transgender. That's it, no build up. Like, can we get a little bit something? Can we at least make this into an interesting plot point? Because there is not a plot point that's making it interesting, honestly. It's really weird. I don't understand. And before I even watched the episodes, I kind of already called it. I was just like, you know what, I feel like the blue hair chick and I think Sage and I think Rosemary are gonna be like together as a relationship thing, and they already hinted at that. So I'm just like, Of course, because it's so damn predictable. What next? New Magic gonna make them have kids or something like that at the end of the show? Like, I'm ready to see. Like, because there is absolutely nothing that this show could absolutely do that surprise me, that make me want to really legitimately watch this show. I cannot even fathom what could be done to save this show. You can't fix trash. It's like John Cena said sometimes you get shit, but you try to make shit happen. But with that type of thing that you're trying to make happen, especially in this case, sometimes shit just doesn't want to work right. So forget it. You gotta scrap it. It's not worth it sometimes. Also, with New Magic, in the universe that they have it, you have many situations where you use New Magic for some good shit, honestly. But why in the hell, when they have the opportunity to use New Magic, they don't? And you can't just write it off as, you know, not knowing how to use it, because there ain't no books here. Look, there ain't no rituals, anything you have to learn. Pretty much, you just use it. Why can't they use New Magic in certain situations where their lives need to be saved? I'm being completely honest here. Like, oh, we have bunches of magic for transitioning, but can we save a life with this bitch? Hell no. Why? Like, bro, this is literally giving your characters a power and not knowing how to get them to use it. It's painful. A lot of the times when they have to use New Magic, or should use it, it's so dumb, and they don't really think about, oh yeah, New Magic can do everything. Why don't you use it? Like, it's so weird. But you know what? I'm also gonna end off this by saying that and I have to rag on the plot just a little bit. Everything, it feels so forced. Everything feels forced as all hell. Like, I get the representation, but damn, you're representing a little too hard. Represent more, you're gonna be a whole ass new country, and then, you know, people can't have that shit. So I don't understand what is going on anymore. It's so painful. I don't get it. I don't. Honestly, this show deserves way more videos to be made on talked about it, but I don't know how far I'm gonna go for this rabbit hole, to be perfectly honest. And the characters, nobody's really good. There ain't nobody. And the thing is, you had a good character. You had a character I could be invested in, which was Amarilla. Amarilla, I like her design. She looks cool. But oh my gosh, she's so shit. She's legit dog water. No, in fact, I will say that the entire cast is they all look like some absolute dipshits. Like, I'm being completely honest. They all look really, really dipshitty. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like I said, you had Amarilla, you had her. She was gonna be could have been a favorite of mine. But nope, you just went in and ruined it. I already liked what they were trying to go for it, but then it got ruined. It just got ruined. That's how everything in this cartoon is. It just gets ruined. It just does. Not to mention Snapdragon, it just, like, I'm not gonna rag on Snapdragon too much, but did y'all really need to put in a grooming section in this? Like, I'm not gonna even lie. You pretty much groom him into the ideal points of where you want to use transition magic and stuff. It's painful. It's painful. Let the boy decide on what he wants to be. Let him decide, because at the current point in time, it is a boy, at least from what I've seen. So let Snapdragon be what Snapdragon wants to be, without any type of grooming, without any type of nonsense. Let Snapdragon be a chick, or let Snapdragon be a dude. Like, it's fine. You can choose what you want to be. I'm not hating on that. But damn, you don't need to be, like, trying to groom this man into going into a certain way. Like, it doesn't need to be happening. It doesn't need to happen. Let them choose on their own. Yeah, like, people are stupid, especially since you want to be like, what's transgender? I never heard of that term. This entire show is 100% cancer. I'm not gonna lie. 100%. Let me send for people that haven't seen the lore video, I have Samugi's glasses from Danganronpa V3. Let me use Samugi's glasses so I can go into this High Guardian Spice universe and unleash Monokuma's all about. Let them see. I want to see how they use New Magic to survive. the Monokuma raid. I'm not even gonna lie. I want to see them actually deal with even a single Monokuma. I want them to deal with a single Monokuma, and they probably can't even handle that. Honestly, can we just make the entire show now a killing game like we did in Dangan? Like, I'll be more interested into the show and all the wokeness and all of its stupidity if we just have it a killing game. And then also one other thing too, you have this M-rated show, but then all of a sudden, oh, we say shit. Oh, that's crazy. We can't say. Oh, listen. Damn. Oh, that's absolutely crazy. Or have a little blood in the show, and then just be like, oh, that's it worth an M rating. Boy, no. Let one of the Black Elves say the N-word. Like, let's have that happen. Let's have one of the Black Elves say the N-word. Like, I'm down for that. Like, you want to give it a real M rating? Let's give it a real M rating. Since y'all already be stereotypical to the elf characters anyway, let's go ahead and just go and spam the N-word. Just let them be saying, like, bruh, that's some N-word stuff. That's some N-word shit. Like, bro, it's right there. You can have it like that. You only add it in when it kind of when something needs to be funny or something needs to be serious. When it don't sound like either. Honestly. This is honestly a kid's show, but it's not even a kid's show. It's not even a show. It's just like, it is what it just is. It just is a thing. It's just a thing. I don't even know what it is. There is plenty of shows that can do this plot better. Plenty, whatever non-existent plot there is. There's plenty of shows that can do transitioning better. Way better shows, and go for it if you can. But damn, don't do this. This is, and a lot of the stuff comes down to presentation. You can do your representation, that's whatever, but you at least owe it to the people that watch this show to do it in a presentable way. Because if you're not going to care about it, we're not going to care about it. That's literally how that goes. Because it's just like presentation and representation is everything in what you do and what you do it. Bad representation and presentation just leads to no one caring. And that's pretty much, unfortunately, the joke of this entire show. You want to be really serious with the whole LGBT representation thing, but the thing is, ain't nobody gonna take it seriously because the show doesn't even take it seriously. No matter how many times you spam it, you use it, you do it, but you do it in the wrong way where where it sounds like no one legitimately cares. And then every man is bad. Oh, I have to make sure that all the cast is good female characters. Everybody has a conflicting thing. No, male characters are all bad, or they don't have any type of personality, or they don't matter to the plot at all. It's just insane. It is just insanity. I know I went off tangent, but damn, do I hate this show? Absolutely. Gotta be worse. Honestly, let's just make this a versus me. Let's just do it. This show, rating the dialogue, the animation at times, the absolute dipshit looks of the characters. Not gonna cap, except Amarilla. Amarilla's the only decent looking character. And hell, I might just draw Amarilla, honestly, just doing some other stuff that's not this show. So 100%, this show has to be a flipping 0. It's not even a 0. It's like a -5. Not even -5. It's like -10. -10 out of 10. That is absolutely insane. There is no show that just deserves to be a -0. But when you go out your way to make something this bad, even Redo a Hero is better than this. What are you talking about? So that is absolutely insane. I don't get it. I don't. I'm lost for words at this point. I'm honestly lost for words. I don't even know what to say because this show makes absolute no sense. I don't even feel like finishing this video. I'm not even gonna edit this video hard. I'm not, and I'm out. I'm not even gonna tell you to like and subscribe. I'm done. I'm 100% done. This is some effing bullshit.
Baby, say my name as if you got a fucking clue. Always caught up in the moment, not condoning what I do. I've been messing with my chemistry to find the better me. Putting thoughts up on the page in hopes that you could get to me. Been this way since legit, my brain couldn't quit. Running from my issues, roll the pain in a spliff. Fade away every hit. Nobody needed me, too afraid to commit.